Assalamualaikum. We are from Group 12. So today we will be presenting our topic, which is how astronauts eat in space. And our main idea is the quality of food in space can be maintained through the process, the packaging, the ingredients, and the type of food. Next. So this is our group members. My name is NADHIRAH binti ARIF and my matrix number is 209938. And this is Muhammad NURFITRI bin ROSDI and his matrix number is 212196. Next. So this is our content that we will present today, which consists of assisting machinery for maintaining the process of food, scientists testing the food, packaging food in space, the ingredients, example, and last but not least is the type of food. Next, I will pass the next slide to Fitri.
Hello. All right. The reason why we choose the topic is because our madam to ask us to create a topic that based on what's our course, like me studying process for engineering, while I is currently studying aerospace engineering. So we decided to combine both of it and talk about how food and space related to each other. All right. The first one is about the existing machinery for maintaining the process of food. I'm referred the NASA scientists use a certain processing technique to make food shelf stable or safe to store at room temperature. Thermostabilization or heat processing extend shelf life to 3 years. Irradiated foods are shelf stable because they are sterilized by a dose of ionizing radiation, lowering the pH and water. Activity of food can also stabilize time. Freeze drying or removing water from food in a hybrid microbial growth and mold growth can be prevented by removing oxygen from packaging. So the next slide is about the testing of the food. All right, testing at the Space Food System laboratory begin with sensory evaluation. Astronauts rate food by appearance, color, odor, flavor, texture, and overall palatability. Foods are then exposed to time and temperature changes, and sensory evaluation are repeated to determine how the food hold up. Scientists perform chemical analysis by testing the foods in terms of moisture, pH, water activity, nutrient, color, and texture, as well as considering time and temperature changes. All right, this side is about the packaging side. Okay, packaging material and method are developed to reduce contaminants. The materials, weight, shape, and weight are also considered during development. Currently, scientists take advantage of materials such as mylar, asla, and polyethylene to create a flexible containers and pouches, as well as sticking to all standards like foil pouches and aluminum for cans. All right. Same food weight allowance is limited to 3.8 pounds, which is 1.7 kl per person per day on the ISS references, and only 1.05 pound, which is 0.23 kl per person per day on the shuttle. And the lab continue to develop new packaging materials to reduce weight and waste. All right, I pass to Ain.
Now I will continue the presentation and talk about the ingredients and the type of food for astronauts to bring to space. The first one, the food ingredients must be rich in calcium. It is because of a long period in space, muscle mass and bone density can decrease by up to 20%. This loss may not hinder astronauts while they are in orbit, but their bones will be fragile when they return to Earth, increasing the risk of fractures. Therefore, the food must have a high percentage of calcium so that they can decrease the risk of astronauts to suffer any bone-related injuries. Next, the ingredients must have a high amount of iron. It is because iron is mainly used to make new red blood cells, but an astronaut will have a fewer red blood cells in space, which can cause the astronaut to suffer a condition called space anemia. There are studies made by Dr. Guy Trudeau of the University of Ottawa. Trudeau's team found astronaut bodies destroyed 3 million red blood cells every second during the 6 months they were in the International Space Station. That is why it is important for the astronaut to consume a high level of iron. And the last one is strong flavor food. Why an astronaut need to eat a strong flavor food? It is because they often suffer from nasal congestion due to the realignment of body fluids in microgravity. The swelling of the nasal passages obstructs the delivery of the molecules, which can reduce the flavor of food by 70%. So to add more flavor, the astronaut will enjoy a strong flavor food. Next slide, please. So this is a few examples of the ingredients of food that are rich in calcium, iron, and also have a strong flavor food. Next. The last point I will talk about is type of food to bring to space, which is the first one is dehydrated food. The reason why the astronauts' food are either partially or completely dehydrated, it is to prevent them from spoiling. For example, the type of dehydrated food the astronaut bring is shrimp cocktail, chicken, vegetables. The dehydration process concentrates calorie and sugar content. Dry foods can offer a more effective energy boost than other snacks. Research shows that nutrients in dehydrated food are also more easily absorbed in our bodies. It will definitely help the astronaut feel more energized for a longer time. Then the second type of food the astronaut bring to space is a natural form food, such as nuts, cookies, biscuits, and also a chocolate bar. They are simply packages and ready-to-eat food, which will help the astronaut to easily prepare their own food. And the last one, condiments. Astronaut must have item is the condiments such as ketchup, mustard, and mayonnaise. Salt and pepper are available, but only in a liquid form. This is because astronauts can't sprinkle salt and pepper into their food in space. The salt and pepper would simply float away, which will create a big danger as they could clog air vents, contaminate equipment, and get stuck in astronaut eyes, mouth, or nose. That's all from me. So that is all from both of us. And
for the conclusion, within the discussion, we can conclude how the food and aerospace engineering can be related to each other. Without this field of engineering being united, then all of the astronauts all over the world will not be able to survive for a long time in space. This is because with in-depth research in both field of food and aerospace engineering can be yield many benefits in space research. So I think that's all for us. Thank you.